Hari, this is Bharat for iGyaan.in, and today in one of the most anticipated and most requested reviews, we are going to be reviewing the MicroMax Andro A60 mobile handset. This is MicroMax's first and their entry-level Android device. Now this device has a MRP of over 10,000 rupees but is available in the market for somewhere around 6,000 rupees and is selling for about 6,999. The device features a 2.8-inch resistive touchscreen display on the front and is capable of 3G data speeds, has a 3.2 megapixel autofocus camera. It runs Android 2.1 Eclair, 600 MHz processor, has 150 MB of internal memory, which is expandable up to 32 GB with the use of micro SD card. It also has a 1280 mAh battery, which is fairly good. We've tested out the battery ourselves, so a fairly good battery. It gives about 3.5 hours of talk time, and we'll talk about that more. This also has a 62,000 color TFT LCD. It is a QVGA LCD. The resolution of the LCD is 320 by 240 pixels, so a fairly decent resolution for the price bracket. To take an overall look of the device, I'm going to talk about the front of the device. On the front there is a speakerphone, there is a 2.8-inch resistive touchscreen display, 3 touch resistive buttons at the bottom, a center selection button at the bottom here, with a 4-way D-pad here. On the left of the D-pad is a send call key, and on the right is the end call key, along with a small microphone here. The end call key also acts as the power button and the screen lock and unlock button. There is nothing on the right hand side of the device. On the top there is a 3.5mm headphone jack and a small hole for attaching a lanyard or a charm if you would like to do that. On the left is the volume rocker, and on the bottom is the charging and data syncing port. On the back side of the device, a 3.2 megapixel autofocus camera, the loudspeaker, both of which are very impressive. We'll talk about that when we go to their respective sections. The device runs a generic build of Android 2.1. This is a very standard and basic Android 2.1 firmware installed on the MicroMax Andro A60. MicroMax has done no customizations on this software, but we have added the ADW launcher to make it a little more user-friendly. And let me quickly go into the About screen and show you that this phone does run Android firmware 2.1 update 1. So a very generic breed of Android running on this device. This phone will not be upgradable to 2.2 as has been clearly stated by the company. So this is the furthest you can get with the Android firmware on this device. First of all, by adding the ADW launcher, we can initiate this quick launch kind of screen where by tapping the home button you get this 5-panel layout and you can quickly jump to your favorite panel or the panel that you wish to reach. This makes it a lot more easier to use the device. You also get this power control tab here where you can turn on your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, your data syncing, your AGPS radio. You can turn on and off syncing, and you can set your brightness level. So very convenient little widget which has been included onto the firmware. Also, just like any other Android device, you can tap the home screen to add more widgets, you can add folders, and you can even add wallpapers. This does support live wallpapers, so you can add a live wallpaper if you would like to do that. And although it does consume a bit of RAM and it slows down the phone a little bit, but it does not affect general usage. But if you're about to play a game or something, you would want to turn off the live wallpaper. The media application shows all your photos or videos that you have downloaded onto the device. It also shows you the clicked photographs from the camera. So the camera of this device is pretty decent. In fact, it's pretty good, and we were able to get some high quality pictures from the camera. The autofocus on the camera did not fail to deliver, and it was able to get good focus on pictures. And as you can see, you get really crisp quality pictures from the camera. This picture has been shot from the onboard camera on this device. So a very nice camera that has been included in this price range. Very impressed with the camera quality. One more thing to notice about this media gallery, that it does have this tilt effect here. So you can tilt and see your albums in that manner. I'm going to quickly jump into the video player and show you the video playing capabilities of this device. Now this is a video that has been shot on the Andro A60 using the camera on board. So a very nice video quality from the camera as well. Very nice picture quality and very nice video quality. The camera application is a standard Android camera application. You can simply switch this toggle to shift to video mode, or shift it back to photo mode, you can tap this little icon here to go to your images to preview them. Quickly jumping into the music player, I want to show you how the onboard loudspeaker performs while playing music. I just have one track here, so. Or actually a pretty good loudspeaker from the device. It's pretty loud, you won't miss your phone calls, and music quality is also pretty decent. I don't think you can expect much more from a device of this value. The browser loads mobile sites perfectly, and it does support kinetic scrolling, and there is no problem scrolling with the finger. It renders all websites perfectly and has no problem scaling images as well. So as you can see, it loads the full website of iGyaan as well, and without any problems. There is no problem scaling the website, and it loads images and passes text really nicely. You can zoom in using these two buttons at the bottom here, which will automatically scale the text to fit your screen. So that makes reading on the internet much more easier. You can also double tap to zoom in and zoom out. Also directly from the browser, you can select YouTube videos. And it directly goes to the YouTube player, and the screen does not fail to deliver, although some text may appear fuzzy as the resolution of the screen is very limited, but there is no problem. If you zoom in enough, you are able to read the text without any problem. This device does have an inbuilt GPS antenna, so it will find your location, and it also has an e-compass, so it will point you in the right direction. If you can see, there is this little arrow that moves every time I move the device. That means there is pointing us in the direction that we are moving in. So a very nice little e-compass which has been included into the device. You can also use Google navigation on this, and you can also download other navigation softwares from the marketplace and utilize this as your GPS navigator. It also has an accelerometer, so when you switch the screen from left to right, it will automatically convert it from portrait to landscape in all functions, even in the browser. Showing you the dialer screen of the device, it has the standard Android dialer. It can be skinned with various skins available from the marketplace, but we've left it bare, and this is the Android dialer. You can also go into the contacts and browse your contacts using kinetic scrolling as well. You can also set up your favorites, go to the call log. I'm just going to make a quick call to show you what the call screen looks like. And this is what the call screen looks like. You can also turn on the speakerphone. So a very standard dialer, no issues with the call. Pretty impressive, crisp, clear sound from both ends, and the earpiece is pretty loud. You will not have any problems. Even if you are low at hearing, this earpiece will not be a problem for you. Messaging on this phone is something that will take some time to get used to, as the standard QWERTY on this device is pretty unresponsive because of the resistive touchscreen, and MicroMax has also not included a stylus with the device, so you can't really type on the QWERTY screen if you were to type in a standard manner. I'm going to demonstrate that. But what MicroMax has done to solve that problem is they have included swipe with this key, and swipe works exceptionally to our surprise, and I'm going to demonstrate how swipe works on this. This out, you can also switch from portrait to landscape mode. This makes the QWERTY input a little better, but swipe works perfectly in all methods, and we would recommend using swipe for messaging and emailing. There were some features that we never expected this device to have, and is that I like to play a lot of games, and the first thing that I wanted to try out on the Andro A60 was the fact that whether or not it will play Angry Birds, which is one of my most favorite games. It works brilliantly, and the only thing is the touchscreen that kind of tends to give away in the middle, but the response from the device is pretty impressive. and as you can see that playing the game is no problem whatsoever. To show you a quick comparison of the MicroMax Andro A60 with its closest competitor, the Samsung Galaxy 5, I'm going to show you what the device looks like in terms of size. They're almost identical in terms of size, if you can see here. Only the shape of the Andro A60 is a little different. Both of them have a 3.2 megapixel camera at the back. The only difference with the Galaxy 5 is that the camera is not autofocus. On the Andro A60, the camera is autofocus. Both have very nice loudspeakers. The Galaxy 5 has a capacitive touchscreen, which makes it that much more capable of handling Android, and it makes user input very easy on the device. Now there is a price difference of about 2000 rupees between the two devices, and if you are a new user to the touchscreen technology, then the Andro A60 would be a perfect buy. But if you would like a capacitive touch experience, the Galaxy 5 is a much better buy than the Andro A60, and the Galaxy 5 also supports Android 2.2. The Andro A60 will only support Android 2.1 and will never be updated to Android 2.2. So that's basically everything with the Andro A60. It is MicroMax's entry-level and basic Android device running Android Eclair 2.1. A very nice camera, excellent picture quality, excellent autofocus capability. It is capable of social networking to the brim. It has a 3G antenna, so you can get great data speeds with the upcoming 3G networks. It also has inbuilt Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Wi-Fi networks were laggy in the middle and did disconnect in the middle a couple of times, but the easy Wi-Fi tab makes it easy to turn off and turn on Wi-Fi where it connects again. So no problem with that. The browser is exceptional and is very fast. Kinetic scrolling works really nicely. The touch input response is a bit disappointing, but you can only expect that from a resistive touchscreen. The device overall has a nice build quality with a little bit of squeaking from the plastic back of the device. But apart from that, the build quality of the phone is very solid, and I don't think you should have any problems with the build of the device. The speakerphone, the camera, the Wi-Fi networks, call quality, everything worked really nicely. So at 6,990 rupees, this is the MicroMax Andro A60 device. For a full review write-up, please visit iGyaan.in. For more unboxings, video reviews, tutorials and tech news, please visit iGyaan.in. Please rate, subscribe and comment to our videos. This has been Bharat Nagpal for iGyaan.in. Thank you for watching.